Today is Friday, January 5th, and I'm just wondering, how beaten up might the Washington Commanders get on Sunday at home?
And now, a word from our title sponsor.
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fluent Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fluent Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to fluentfinancial.com or Fluent Financial's YouTube channel.
What's damaged your roof? Hail, water, wind, maybe just age. Hail Roofing is where to turn. They've provided the best options, advice, and solutions, be it residential or commercial. For more than a decade now, you can trust Hail to restore your property expertly. Hail. That's OHHHAIL. Hail.com. With seasonings, there seem to be so many, and then they just sit in your spice cabinet forever. That's not true of Goodness Steak seasoning. I know the name steak suggests that it's very good on steak, which it is, but Goodness Steak seasoning is so versatile. Use it on veggies, burgers, soups, even popcorn. Get it by going to the website bringthetasty.com. Goodness, this seasoning is good.
Sunday in Washington, we see two teams collide. No, wait. Washington doesn't collide with anybody. We see two teams meet going in totally opposite directions. For Dallas, a win secures the number 2 seed in the NFC playoffs and home games for the first 2 rounds, at least of the NFC playoffs, where Dallas, by the way, is on a run of 16 straight home wins. For Washington, it's the end of a season of misery. Could Dallas lose this game? No, they couldn't. Washington is hideous. Consider that they're 4-12 this season, and only Carolina is worse. And their 4 victims, that would be Arizona, Atlanta, Denver, and New England. Not exactly a murderer's row of NFL teams. They've been outgained on the year by 1,000 yards. They've been outscored by an average of 10 points per game. That's right. Let that sink in. In 16 games, an average Washington game would be a 10-point defeat. They started 2 in a row, and since then have lost 12 of 14, including getting beaten to a pulp 45-10 by the Cowboys in Dallas. There's no way Dallas loses this game. Washington ran up the white flag in the middle of the season when they traded 2 really good young defensive linemen, Chase Young and Montez Sweat, rather than pay them after the season's over, despite the fact that they're going to have about $90 million in cap space after this year. This team is awful, just awful. But it's going to be an awful day Sunday for Washington for another reason. Their coach, Ron Rivera, is a really good guy, a distinguished man, an accomplished man. And Sunday is his birthday. He'll turn 62. And Monday, he'll likely be fired from the Redskins' head coaching job. Rivera coached Carolina for 9 years. In fact, he took Carolina to the Super Bowl 50, where they lost to Denver in a season where Carolina was 15-1 in the regular season. And then he moved to Washington, where the flip side of his Carolina career happens. In Carolina, Ron Rivera finished 13 games over 500. Yes, he got fired for 9 years being 13 games over 500. But in Washington, he's been here only 4 years, and he's 13 games under 500, meaning Rivera's trying to win a game to finish his coaching career 1 game over 500. This may well be the last shot Ron Rivera ever gets to be a head coach in this league. And it's not going to close with a win. There's simply too much at stake for Dallas here. They've got better players at virtually every position on the field. And Monday, we'll be talking about the Cowboys in the playoffs and who they host in the first round of those playoffs at home. In Washington, they'll be talking about the total rebuild their team is about to undergo.
Today's episode has been brought to you by Fluent Financial, by Oh Hell Roofing, and by Goodness Steak Seasoning.
Just Wondering is a production of DSP Media for FanStream Sports. You can find Norm's show along with other great programming at fanstreamsports.com.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Just Wondering. If you enjoyed it, please hit follow. Then each episode every weekday will be delivered straight to you. And if we might ask one more favor, please share it with friends. I'm Norm Hitzges, and every day I'll be just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitzges, and I'm just wondering too.